Hey guys, this is Robert from ARCgaming, and today I have the Fable 3 good character ending for you. So in this video I'm going to do the fight up to the final fight, and also show you the final cutscene. And I think I actually unlocked 3 achievements along the way for 140 gamerscore, so it's pretty solid. I'm going to try and be as quiet as I can in cutscenes, aside from this cutscene, because I had to do the introduction, and the video is too long to take it out, so I apologize for that. But after this I'll try and be a lot more quiet. So, before the video starts, well, really starts, I just want to say a few things about Fable. Overall, it's a good game. I'm not sure if I'd recommend buying it because it's fairly short. Like, it's really fun, and they've improved the multiplayer a lot since Fable 2. But overall, it did seem really short because, like, at first I thought that the game ended when you became the king, which I was wrong about. But it actually ends here, which isn't that much further.
It's here. The darkness has reached Power Stone. Reports indicate that our defenses were able to hold off the worst of the first attack. But if we don't act quickly, even the armies we prepared for this day will not be enough.
We have to get out on the streets, now!
Today we fight for Albion!
For Albion!
Alright, I had to cut myself off there just so that... Oh, there you go, achievement unlocked. But yeah, I cut myself off there so you could hear what they were saying. But overall, the game did seem really short. They've taken a lot of things out. Like, a lot of spells that were in the past Fables weren't in it. Your character's appearance doesn't change. Like, you can still edit hair and all that, but when you get good, you don't get a halo and start glowing. And when you get bad, you don't get horns or anything. Those are just there, like, temporarily for expression, so that kind of sucked. But, I don't know, still a fun game. Just something to consider. It's not really too much the same as the other Fables. So anyway, over here, as I'm sure that you've already realized, I'm speeding up the video quite a bit due to YouTube's time constraints. So if you're angry about that, that's the reason. So this part really isn't going to be like overly exciting. There's no like strategy aspect to it like it's Fable. What do you want, right? You just kind of kick everyone's ass. At this point in the game, I actually didn't upgrade my ranged weapons at all. I thought I had like level 1 or something, but I didn't. I had level 0. So if you ever see me firing my gun, it's completely pointless for me since it pretty much does no damage. But I've max spells and max melee. So those are the weapons I should be using most. The spells I'm using, they're a combination of the gloves for fire and vortex. I've been using it for the majority of the game and I find them just really good. So I definitely recommend that. I tried using blades once and it's alright, but it doesn't seem to kill as many enemies. Maybe that's just me and I'm wrong, but that's what I found personally, so whatever. You can see there when I did a flourish also, how I'm saying about like how the wings and stuff don't stay all the time. Like you can see them a little bit there. Every time you do a flourish, your wings come out, but like they're not out most of the time, and that kind of sucks. It'd just be a cool addition. Like maybe if you could choose or something, that'd be nice. But anyway, I don't really know what to talk about since I pretty much said everything I can in terms of like Fable 3 combat. Like, there's not really much to explain. It's pretty straightforward. You may notice I don't think I've been doing it yet, but I use potions not sparingly at all because essentially I'm going for an achievement, which I do get at the end of the video, for never passing out or fainting or dying or whatever you want to call it throughout the entire game of Fable 3. So at first I thought that would just be like until you get to be the king, but no. It's actually for never dying or anything, and honestly it's not even that hard, but like it would suck a lot to be in the last few minutes, last 10 minutes of the game, and then die once and have to do it all over again for that achievement. Honestly, I wouldn't have the patience for that. It'd take me way too long to find the patience to do this all over again. But yeah, so we're going through Bowerstone right now, and it's all messed up because of the darkness. I really don't like the darkness. Also, that's another one of my beefs. Like, when you're progressing through the campaign, there's just this one part that kind of changes the entire thing, and it just makes everything about like the darkness for a little bit, and that just kind of seemed out of place to me. Like, you're traveling in a desert, you get attacked by sand people, and then there's actually the darkness thing comes before that, I think. Whatever, it's not important either way. I just didn't really like that part. I felt like they were pushing it, but whatever. Opinions. So what I was curious about is, like, Bowerstone is all messed up right now, obviously, as you can see. I was wondering, like, if you have to repair it after you become, well, I was gonna say after you become king, but you're already king. I was wondering if you have to repair it, like, after you beat the final boss. But I don't think you do. I think it just kind of goes back to normal. So that's a little weird. Anyway, here's the boss. I'll shut up.
We're getting close to that thing. Where are you? Show yourself.
The lost sheep returns to the flock. No one ever leaves the darkness behind. Do you see? Do you see what you have allowed? We are all shadows now.
Hey, I can't get through.
So essentially, this guy has the worst luck ever. He keeps getting possessed by the darkness. If you've already played through this game, or if you're partway through the game, then you know what I'm talking about. That darkness part I was mentioning earlier, he gets possessed by it there as well. So he's always getting screwed over by this darkness thing. So anyway, now the gameplay and everything's back to regular time.
You would be nothing without
Strategies for beating this guy. Honestly, you shouldn't need one. Bring a few potions and you should be fine. Like, this game as a whole is not difficult at all. So, like, just if you're like me and you didn't do ranged weapons, don't use ranged weapons like I'm doing. That's stupid. That's not gonna help anything. Use whichever weapons you've upgraded. So if you have like magic at level 5 or spells, and everything else not upgraded at all, like, don't be using your melee, don't be using your ranged weapons, because like this guy takes a while to kill even with magic and all that. So I don't, it's just not a good idea. Just use whatever you've upgraded your character for. And if you have all three, then all the better. You can just do whatever you want. I start using the slow time spells, or potions. And these are a really good idea if you're using spells a lot, because it gives you lots of time to charge them up. So usually he'd be running at you once you get to like 2 or 3 charges out of 5. Whereas with slow time you can probably get all 5, or if not just 4, but still, and just direct it straight at him, and it'll probably be very effective. For this one I probably should have used blades, because the hurricane thing, or the vortex, really didn't do anything at all, because for some reason the darkness just makes him super heavy and he can't fly anywhere. So yeah, I wouldn't use the vortex for this. I'll be quiet again.
I'm sorry.
You took away the darkness. It's been inside me all this time. But it's light now. I can see the sky. and its light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great king once, the mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say?
Teach me to be a hero.
You've done me proud, boy. You've always done me proud.
Oh, Walter.
I think old Walter would have liked it out here. He was always a fan of looking tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say if he was here now.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to save the world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
My people shall never forget what you have done for them. We are proud to be part of Albion. I shall return to Aurora in the knowledge that we may at last enjoy peace. Farewell, Your Majesty.
Walter was right about you. You're a hero in every sense of the word. The hero Albion needed.
What will you do now?
I will continue to serve you the best way I can. I belong down in the city. The people there will always need help. Goodbye, my king.
You have done what I thought impossible. You are the ruler I could never be. You don't need me anymore, and Albion will heal easier without me.
Well, King, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's my turn to say goodbye. I'm not cut out to be a general. And I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in Industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friend in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
This is the world as it could have been. Devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so. And you did it without becoming a tyrant. The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brother's reign. You kept your promise to Sabine and his people, when it would have been easier to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You swore an oath to Paige to better the lives of your people, and you did so even in the face of great danger. You did for the Aurorans what your brother would not. He broke his promise, but you proved to be the better leader. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, King.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
The future will reveal itself when it is ready to do so.
Alright, so that was the ending for Fable 3. Also, this message may differ for you. This is based on how much money you have in your treasury at the end of the game. So that's the one you get for having 6.5 million gold or more. And there's the last achievement that I get in this video. So 140 gamer score. Pretty sweet. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. And as always, comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks a lot.